Every single day, millions of people skip breakfast, drink their coffee, and wait until noon to eat their first meal. Some of them do it because they read about it online. Some do it because a friend told them to. Some do it because they tried it once and felt something they couldn't quite explain. But almost none of them know what is actually happening inside their body during those hours of not eating. And I'm not talking about the surface-level stuff you've heard 100 times. I'm not talking about you burn fat or your metabolism speeds up. I'm talking about what is happening at the cellular level, inside your liver, inside your brain, inside your immune system. Because when you understand the real science of what fasting does to your body, hour by hour, you will never look at food the same way again. Stay until the end of this video, because what happens after hour 18 of fasting is something that scientists are calling one of the most important biological discoveries of the last century, and most people doing intermittent fasting right now have no idea it's even happening. Let's start from the very beginning. You just finished your last meal. You put the fork down. The clock starts now. For the first 4 hours after eating, your body is in what scientists call the postprandial state. Post means after. Prandial means meal. This is the fed state. Your blood sugar is elevated. Your pancreas has released insulin, the hormone that tells your cells to open up and absorb glucose from your blood for energy. During these first 4 hours, your body is running almost entirely on the food you just ate. It is burning glucose. It is storing what it doesn't immediately need as glycogen in your liver and your muscles. And if you ate more than your body needs, the rest gets converted and stored as body fat. This is completely normal. This is what your body is supposed to do. But here's what most people don't realize. As long as you keep eating every 2 to 3 hours, snacks, meals, drinks with sugar, your body never has a reason to do anything else. It just keeps burning glucose. It keeps releasing insulin. It never has to dig into its stored energy. The interesting part hasn't started yet. Between 4 and 8 hours after your last meal, something begins to shift. Your blood sugar starts to drop back toward its baseline. Insulin levels begin to fall, and your body starts looking around for its next source of energy. This is when your liver steps in. Your liver has been storing glycogen. Think of it like a fuel tank. And it starts releasing that stored glucose back into your bloodstream to keep your energy stable. Your brain is running. Your heart is beating. Your body needs fuel, and your liver is providing it. You're not hungry yet. You feel fine. But inside, your metabolism has quietly changed directions. By hour 6 to 8, something else begins to happen. A hormone called glucagon starts to rise. Glucagon is essentially the opposite of insulin. Where insulin tells your body to store energy, glucagon tells your body to release it, to start mobilizing fat. This is the moment your body begins transitioning from burning what you ate to burning what you've stored. Most people who eat 3 meals a day with snacks in between never reach this point. Their insulin never drops low enough. Their glucagon never gets the signal to rise. And so the fat they've stored just stays there, waiting for a moment that never comes. Between 8 and 12 hours of fasting, your body's glycogen stores start running low. Your liver has been releasing stored glucose for hours and the tank is getting close to empty. This is when your body makes a serious decision. It needs energy. The easy source, glucose from food, is gone. The secondary source, glycogen from the liver, is almost depleted. So it turns to the third source, body fat. Your fat cells, which are called adipocytes, start releasing fatty acids into your bloodstream. Your liver takes those fatty acids and converts them into molecules called ketone bodies. And your cells, including your brain cells, start using those ketones as fuel. This process is called ketosis. And this is exactly what the ketogenic diet tries to replicate through food choices alone. But fasting gets you there naturally, through time. Here is what this feels like for most people. A mental clarity that's hard to describe. A sense of calm energy. Some people describe it as feeling lighter, more focused, almost sharp. That's your brain running on ketones instead of glucose. And many neuroscientists believe ketones are actually a cleaner, more efficient fuel for the brain than glucose. Your body at this point is doing exactly what it was designed to do during periods without food. It adapted. It found another fuel source, and it's running on it. By the time you hit the 12 to 16-hour mark of fasting, something is happening that most people have never heard of, and it might be the most important thing this video covers. Inflammation in your body begins to decrease. Now, inflammation gets talked about a lot in health circles, so let me be specific about what this means at the cellular level. Chronic low-grade inflammation is linked to almost every major disease that kills people in the modern world. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, certain cancers, obesity, depression, and chronic inflammation is driven significantly by something called oxidative stress, an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in your body. Every time you eat, especially processed foods, refined carbohydrates, and industrial seed oils, you generate oxidative stress. When you fast, you stop generating new oxidative stress. Your body gets a window to repair. Inflammatory markers in your blood, things like C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, begin to drop. Your immune system, which has been spending enormous energy managing inflammation, gets a break. This is why people who fast regularly report that joint pain decreases. Brain fog lifts, digestion improves, skin clears up. These are not coincidences. These are your body's inflammation response calming down because you stopped constantly triggering it with food. Between 16 and 18 hours of fasting, your pituitary gland, a small gland at the base of your brain, starts releasing significantly more human growth hormone. Research has shown that growth hormone levels can increase by as much as 500% during a fast. 500%. Growth hormone does several things. It preserves your muscle mass while your body burns fat for fuel, which answers the question everyone asks. Won't I lose muscle if I fast? The answer, when done correctly, is no. Growth hormone protects it. Growth hormone also stimulates fat burning, supports bone density, helps repair tissue, and plays a major role in how quickly your body recovers from physical stress. This is why some of the world's highest-performing athletes experiment with fasting protocols. Not because they want to starve themselves, but because the hormonal environment that fasting creates, low insulin, high glucagon, elevated growth hormone, is an incredibly powerful state for body composition and physical performance. And now we've arrived at the moment I told you about at the beginning of this video. The thing that scientists are calling one of the most important biological discoveries of the last century. It's called autophagy. And the scientist who discovered it, a Japanese cell biologist named Yoshinori Ohsumi, won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2016 for this exact discovery. Here is what autophagy is. The word comes from Greek. Auto means self. Phagy means eating. Autophagy is your body eating itself. Before you close this video, let me explain why that is one of the most incredible things your body can do. Inside every cell in your body, there is cellular debris. Damaged proteins, dysfunctional mitochondria, old cellular machinery that no longer works properly. Under normal circumstances, when you're constantly eating and insulin is constantly elevated, your body has no reason or ability to clean this up. It's too busy processing food. But when you fast long enough that autophagy kicks in, your cells activate an internal recycling system. They identify the damaged, dysfunctional components inside themselves. They break them down. And they use the raw materials to build new, healthy cellular components. This is cellular renovation. Your body quite literally cleaning house at the microscopic level. Why does this matter? Because the accumulation of damaged proteins and dysfunctional cellular components is believed to be a major driver of aging and age-related disease. Alzheimer's disease involves the accumulation of damaged proteins in the brain. Cancer involves cells with dysfunctional regulatory mechanisms. Parkinson's disease involves the accumulation of damaged proteins in specific neurons. Autophagy is your body's natural defense against all of this, and fasting is one of the most powerful ways to activate it. Now let's bring this back to your real life, because I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but is fasting actually safe? And how do you actually do it? Here is what the science says. For most healthy adults, intermittent fasting, eating within a window of 6 to 8 hours and fasting for 16 to 18 hours, is safe and well tolerated. The most common version is simply skipping breakfast and eating between noon and 8 in the evening. You are not starving. You are not depriving yourself. You are giving your body the window of time it needs to do the repair work that it cannot do while it's constantly processing food. There are people who should not fast without medical supervision. Pregnant women. People with a history of eating disorders, people with type 1 diabetes, people on certain medications. If any of those apply to you, Please talk to your doctor first. For everyone else, the entry point is simple. Finish dinner. Don't eat again until noon the next day. Drink water. Black coffee and plain tea are generally considered fine and do not break a fast for most purposes. Start with that. Do it consistently for 2 weeks. Pay attention to how you feel. Most people report that by the end of the first week, the hunger they expected to feel in the morning simply stops showing up. Because hunger is largely hormonal, driven by ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and ghrelin operates on a schedule your body learned from your eating habits. Change the schedule and ghrelin adapts within days. Your body was never designed to eat all day long. For the vast majority of human history, periods without food were not a choice. They were simply part of life. And the biological systems we just talked about, fat burning, inflammation reduction, growth hormone release, autophagy, these systems exist because your body evolved to not only survive periods without food, but to thrive during them. The science is not complicated. Give your body time without food. Watch what it does with that time. If this video gave you something new to think about, subscribe. I break down the real science behind health and nutrition every single week in a way that actually makes sense. And comment below. Have you tried fasting? What did you notice? I read every comment and I want to know your experience. See you in the next one. This video is for educational purposes only. Consult your doctor before making changes to your diet or lifestyle.